Hola familia, ¿cómo están? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this moment, to being present, to being grounded, and as you know, we're gonna get some divination going. So stay tuned, stay open, stay receptive, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And as always, I love you. You're beautiful. Thank you for existing. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for being alive. I see you, I recognize you, I remember you. No one told you today. I love you. Also, what made you smile today? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. And we're gonna get into this reading. We're gonna start with some casting. We're gonna cast with the ancestors because, yeah, that's what I'm feeling called to do right now. So, also, for those who don't know, you could literally cast with anything using beans because that just feels more closely related to me, but you literally can use anything to cast. You just gotta be open and receptive. So, as we tap into this collective consciousness, oh, great spirit, just inform us. Inform us, inform us, inform us. I'm hearing doubt. I'm seeing two paths though. Union. Doubt in your union. Doubt in your ability. Doubt in your potential to create harmony and balance within oneself. I see two paths though. And where the focus should be right now, or I should say where this message is really channeling from, is through the divine feminine, through the void. So, she's just saying to breathe. Breathe and be courageous. Let's let go of old systems. Let's let go of doubt and fear. Ooh. She's saying you need to protect yourself. Ooh, 222 on the timestamp. There's union taking place. The masculine energy has shielded you a lot. It's important to use that right now because with these new upgrades and frequencies and activations and evolutions that many of us are experiencing, what we're consuming, not just physically in like an edible sense, but energetically, what we're consuming from videos, from teachers, from movies, content, TV, radio, music, it's having such a deeper influence. Actually, I don't even want to say that, but it really is that you are now more aware of the influence that it has on you energetically. You could literally feel the shift in vibration. You could literally feel the way things, beliefs, I want to say implants, which sounds a little, I guess, morbid. But you're just more aware of when you're engaging with anything and consuming things around you, whether it's from a person, from a screen, from anything, literally anything. It could even be a book. You're recognizing how it's trying to have this implant and this influence on you. Not just mentally, but it's going to enter the mental because that's where you're consuming it from, right? So keep up your protection and use your discernment so you could understand and know, is this something I should be engaging in, consuming in, receiving right now? Is it benefiting me? Is it elevating me? Is it making me feel inspired and creative and full of love and joy and peace and harmony? Who knows? Who knows? So that's what the path many of us are on right now. However, those who are, I guess for lack of better words, sleep, not as conscious, not as aware, ooh, it's time. I'm feeling soul retrieval energy, and you know, with my shamanic lineage, I definitely am so familiar with that. there's a certain piece that's missing from the collective that are unconscious, sleep, not awaken, whatever you want to call it. Because the goal is wholeness, right? To be complete in oneself, to feel whole in oneself. And whatever you want to believe, how you want to believe it, even though nothing really is real, the common understanding and knowing, if you will, is that our souls get fragmented when we experience trauma, severe trauma, or minor trauma. A piece of our soul gets left there. A piece of our heart gets left there. When they say your heart breaks, it literally does break, and a piece of that shard, that shatter, stays with that person in that moment, in that place, in that situation. And this could be through lifetimes, you know? Doesn't matter if it's past, future, present, because it's all multidimensional. Everything's happening right now, you know? So whatever I may be experiencing in another life right now that may have shattered me, it's bringing that wholeness not just back to myself, but to myself, if that makes sense. Because again, we're all collectively connected. So anything I do to me is happening to you. Anything you do to you is happening to me. Anything that we do to one another is happening to everyone else, everything else. Because that's how the collective works. That's how this collective consciousness works. It is all God, creator, source, spirit, as one. The thing is, we believe that we're separated and that we're not this one union. And that's why, again, it was this doubt in union, this doubt that to truly, I don't want to say believe, but just to know and feel and just have this awareness that I am goddess, I am God, I am creator, because we are one. We do the beautiful dance of the yin and yang and the Shiva Shakti and just all these beautiful things to create in this reality, however you want to create it. However, for those of you who are just unaware, not tapped in, facing a lot of struggle, I don't even want to say broken, but there's definitely an awareness coming through for those who are unconscious and who have been unaware that they are magical and divine and creation and creator and destruction and preserver and all of these things. And it's coming through not to show you that you're broken or that you're unhealed, but to show you that you actually have potential and possibility to step out of that. Not even away from it, it's literally stepping out of it, because that reality you're existing in is here. But the beauty, the love, the heaven on earth, the money, the wealth, the business, the community, everything is over here. So it's literally not even stepping away from it, it's stepping out of that and into here. And this is happening on a universal scale, if you will, because this is just where the collective is going through an ascension process collectively. And coming May, there's a lot of upgrades, updates, energetic shifts happening on the earth itself, like physical earth. Again, teach their own, how you will, and nothing really matters or exists. But that's what's happening collectively. So as a species, as a race, as these conscious beings where everything is consciousness, we're also experiencing that. But again, those who are tapped in, tuned in, and aware, your objective right now is really just be more mindful of what you're consuming and what you're creating. Ooh, I like that. And those who are just not as aware, it's time to become aware of the steps that need to be taken to remember that you are whole already. You're already love. You're already God. You're already goddess. It's not separate from you. It's not something you need to obtain or discover or go on a perilous journey searching for the treasure to find the enlightenment. because you already are it. You already are it. We already are it. I am, you are, we are, he, she, we, Squidward. That's just the energy of recognizing that you are creator, that you are source, just experiencing itself and reflecting itself. You watching this video, you are literally watching yourself through another lens. I may look different, I may speak different, I may dress different, I may act different, yeah. But at the very, I don't even want to say core, but like at the very just essence of it, the same energy, life force, creation that is flowing through me is flowing through you. But we've been conditioned and programmed and believe that this is real, that this is real, that all this is real. So how are you shifting out of that? What are you doing to shift? Oh, 11:11. What are you doing to shift out of that? Because, again, I'm seeing these two paths, and there's a union waiting. There's a union happening. And that's why in the beginning I was hearing doubt. Letting go of doubt that you can't be whole. Letting go of the belief, actually, that you aren't already whole. You really are. You literally are. And however that, whatever, how do I say this? Whatever you need to do to step back into that space of knowing and understanding and realization and actualization that I am whole now. So, you know, I don't need to go and do all these courses and go on this retreat and go do XYZ and go take some plant medicine and go like on a psychedelic journey, and I don't need to awaken my kundalini, because all that matters is bypassing, again, not spiritually bypassing, again, thoughts, opinions, concerns, whatever you want to call it. But honestly, there is a sense of bypassing just kind of all of that. The emotions, the thoughts, the feelings, the conditioning, the programs. Because once you bypass all of that, you hit, I don't want to say the core, but you hit the void. You hit the light. You hit what it is that you truly are, the consciousness, the being, the awareness, the I am. We are. Because when I say I. Because there is no I as in self, an individual self. There is only an I as in the I that I am witnessing, the I that I am experiencing, the I that is seen through my lens, but through others. It's reflection. It's love. It's beauty. It's awareness. So it's time to let go of those thoughts and beliefs. And again, if you want to go on the retreat and do some medicine and, you know, meditate and awaken, like, that's totally fine, because that's your experience and that's what's going to, if you believe that that is going to help you get into this state, cool, more power to you. But don't leave the ego at the door, because there's no sense in doing all of those things with the ego still present, with the self, the individual self still present. Go into the heart and breathe. And know and feel and awaken. 1414. Ooh. I just feel like these are just confirmations. So, what we're gonna ask the deck now is, so for those of you who are asleep, if we'll call it for the sake of conversation, where should y'all start? Oh, okay. We got the wheel in the reverse. This is interpreted as the wheel in fortune. bravery? Brevity. I'm not sure what that word means. But if that word resonates for you, brevity. I want to say that's a word. It might not be. But then again, nothing exists and nothing's real. So we could be making the words up if we want. But we got the wheel in the reverse. What it's feeling like is, those of you who are asleep, some of you may feel like rock bottom. But again, there is no you. There's no separate. Some will say us. Some of us may be feeling we're at rock bottom. There is no hope, no faith, no trust in rising from it, coming up from it. Some of us may feel that we are so broken that we can't heal, that we can't bring ourselves and puzzle piece it back together. Again, I was hearing soul retrieval earlier. If that's something you're interested in, book a soul session with me, and I got you. That is my specialty, I'm not gonna lie. And I love soul retrievals. It literally is like puzzle piecing everything back together. However, there is this sense that if you just sit with yourself and meditate and breathe, go into the heart, and just go past all that BS, you recognize that, yes, nothing matters, but not in an existential sense. Nothing matters, so if nothing matters, why choose to be sad, to be broke, to be broken, to be struggling, to be in fear, to be in illness, to be in pain? Because that's what's being chosen. And because of all of these outside influences and input, there's this very strong and core belief within some of us that I can't, I won't, it's not possible, it's not in my alignment, it's not in my books, it's not in my path. But it is. It really is. And you have to believe it. So, for some of us, what the wheel is saying where to start is faith. Shifting the mindset, shifting the perspective, getting into the heart, and believing and having faith that I am healed, I can heal, I am rich, I can be rich. All of these things that you want to do. I am a business person. I am successful in business. I am traveling the world. I am doing these things that I want to do. And I'm not gonna feel like I can't anymore. Because someone, some people, some things, somewhere said that if you're broken, you gotta heal. Because if you don't heal, you can't do this. But if you already are whole, because you already are creator, you already are goddess and God, all you need to do is tap in and recognize and realize and be aware of that. The goddess isn't out here. The God isn't out here. It's in here. And vice versa, it is everything around us that you're seeing and experiencing. But if we're talking about ourself now, more of the on the individual term, yeah, it's in here. But recognizing that doesn't put you on this pedestal and be like, oh, I'm God, I'm creator, I'm goddess, I'm doing. No, it's whoa. I am you. You are me. We are we. I am we. And it's not, again, to say I'm better than you because I've understood this and I'm aware of this and I'm tapped in. No. It's I'm aware of this. Let's create life and reality in the way it's supposed to be, through the essence of love and gratitude and forgiveness and abundance And in doing so, it's planting seeds or setting off the light for others to recognize that, yo, I'm this too, yeah. So now what are we doing together? Because now we're creating more together. You could create yourself all you want. But I mean, if we're all God in essence, why not come together to build more? To build better, to do better. It's giving Rick and Morty, that Roy episode, where everyone's Roy, what is it, Roy? Or like everyone's Morty. They're like, we're all 14-year-old boy. Like, if y'all don't watch Rick and Morty, y'all really gotta watch that episode, where it's the Roy episode, where Morty's like dispersed through the whole world and everyone is Morty and there's only like the one Rick, and Rick's trying to say, it's like, I'm not separate from you, we're all just like, none of this is real. Like, this, we're all together. That explains it to the T for those who are Rick and Morty fans. If you're not a Rick and Morty fan, you should watch it, because giving your opinion, like, that show actually has a lot of insights. A lot of insights. You just got to be aware to recognize it and see it. So, those of you who are asleep, that's what we got for you. And so for those of you who are becoming better with your discernment and your boundaries of what you will and will not receive consuming wise, is that the 6? Yeah, we got the 6 of Wands. That's built on top of justice. Ooh. Yes. There's a strange duality, if you will, when again, this state that you're in, it's no longer dual, because you no longer see things as good or as bad. But justice does come into play, because it's an interesting topic, and this is something I was actually reflecting on earlier. To have justice means that somewhere, something, somehow, something unjust is happening. That means something bad is happening, something unfair is happening. Someone is getting the end of the stick, while someone else is, coming out of that. But when you're in this consciousness of no longer being in a dual state, so it's just this awareness that everything just is. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And why you're in this essence of it just is because you understand that I'm just experiencing this. And those emotions, those beliefs, those values, those morals, these ideas that I feel when I experience this certain thing, again, at the core, if you will, are not me. Because there is no self. What you're really experiencing is yourself again. So let's say you see someone homeless on the street asking for money. You may feel these emotions, you may think these things, you may have these beliefs of, I'm going to help them, I'm not going to help them, because helping them is the right thing to do. If you're in the abundance, so, But all of that, if you want to push that aside, bypass it, if you will, at the core is love. So, I'm feeling this energy of shame. How many times have you seen someone homeless and you don't help them, you don't give them money? And again, given your own individual circumstance, you may or may not have been able to. But I know there are moments where some of you may be able to and you still choose not to. And then this shame, this guilt, this, was it the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do? It's just, it's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It just is. So that individual who is on the street asking for money, who is hungry, who is tired, they are you. They are me. They are us. They are we. And their experience is coming from them being so immersed in this reality. And our experience is being aware of that and recognizing that, okay, I see this individual. I feel this way when I see them. I think this way when I see them. I want to do these things when I see them. And again, free will, right? You get to make the decision if you want to give them some money, if you want to give them some food, if you want to give them, you know, some clothing that you may just have in the back of the seat that just happen to be there. Does that make you a better person? No. Does it make you a bad person if you choose to ignore them? No. Because it simply just is. It's just the experience. It's just the matrix. That you could see that person as a filler character in your own experience. And so, whatever you decide to do, whether you decide to help them or not, it's detaching from the sense of justice, of good or bad, of I'm doing this because I'm gonna feel better about myself, or I'm gonna feel like I did this thing, and blah, blah, blah. No, if you're gonna do it, just do it. Do it out of love. Do it because that is what, as moving from the heart space, your character, your avatar wants to do. And if your character avatar chooses not to, don't feel shame, don't feel guilt, don't feel any of these emotions that may arise. Because at the end of it, we are not these emotions. We are not these beliefs. We are not these thoughts. We are not this body. We are Goddess, God, Creator, aligned, already whole within ourselves. And I feel like the Six of Wands is perfect for that. Because right now it's about leading yourself to balance, leading yourself to harmony, to recognizing your individuality, and also recognizing that your individuality is really nothing. Because to have this belief that I am this individual, that I am this person, I am this name, I am this identity, I am this, that I am this, not that I am this, keeps you separated, keeps you in ego, keeps you disbalanced. So if you come across a situation where you feel like justice needs to be served, and again, if you see like someone getting their ass beat, or you see some like shit that's really wrong, I'm not saying to not do nothing. What should be done though is feel into the heart, asking yourself and coming into alignment is, if me getting involved with this situation, is this right? Because there is a balance to everything, right? Masculine and feminine, yin and yang. However, if we're here to just experience, can't we just trust that it'll balance out itself without having to be involved? That the other player ones and the other characters that are not just experiencing may balance it out? And again, if you're in a situation where it's like life or death, obviously. But we're talking about this new sense of consciousness and awareness and boundaries. What are you willing to involve yourself in now? You know? And again, if you really just feel it in you when you see something happening to do it, cool. That may be just where your character has more of, I don't want to say authority, we'll say ability to push forward and do it and move with it. And if not, then it's okay too. Again, it's about not being attached to the emotion or the belief or the value or the moral that's behind it though. It's simply doing just to doing. Existing just to exist, experiencing just to experiencing, acting to act. As long as it's coming from the heart, who cares? because that means you're moving through the Creator, as the Creator, of the Creator. However you want to take that. Because your heart is valuable, your heart is precious, and your heart is needed. Ooh, I love that. Slide an offering for Spirit. Thank you, Great Spirit. If y'all enjoyed that reading and it resonated, go ahead and let me know. Comment down below. Comment what made you smile today, because you're beautiful and you're magical and you're divine, and I love you. If no one told you today. So, thank you for watching. Go ahead and throw a like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. Whatever feels, again, aligned with your heart. I'm always here. I'm always queer. We ain't got no fear, because I am we. I am you, you are me. We are one. And I love you, because you're beautiful, and you're magical, and you're divine. If y'all are looking for some awakening, for evolution, transformation, go ahead and hit the link in the description, book a one-on-one soul session, and I got you. Let's get you to that next update. Let's get you into that system reboot, and get you living life the way you need to be living, because you deserve it, and you're worthy of it, and I love you. So thank you. I'll catch y'all soon.